Видишь, Маша, практически сказал. Коллеги, у нас минутная готовность. Просьба занять места и не стойте в проходе, пожалуйста. Очень вас просим. Очень вас просим, не стойте в проходе. Будьте добры.
Dear colleagues, please kindly take your seats. Меня слышно? Меня хорошо слышно? Меня слышно? Меня слышно? Меня слышно?
Dear friends, fifth, we are delighted to see you all, dear friends.
INNOPROM number 5 is in Tashkent, and we are very happy to welcome you. Today we celebrate our anniversary. We've been working in many countries in Asia, Africa, Europe, and they truly say that on your blessed land, if you can plant a stick, it will turn to garden. The same is with our INNOPROM. People live long in Uzbekistan, and I really hope that our INNOPROM in Tashkent will become an axakal of the World Congress and the exhibition industry, and will gather participants and companies from all over the Eurasia. The 5 years is the only beginning. Please pay your attention to the screen. I would like to remind you about our 5-year journey. This year we have particularly many official foreign delegations. We welcome our guests from Azerbaijan, Afghanistan, Belarus, Kazakhstan, China, Kyrgyzstan, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Turkey. I believe that many countries are here. I'm sorry if I missed you, and I'm very happy to welcome the officials from the Russian Federation and from Uzbekistan. And now I would like to invite them to deliver their speeches. The father of our INNOPROM, the first deputy chairman of the government of the Russian Federation, Mr. Denis Manturov. Dear Jamshid Khodjaev, dear colleagues, dear friends, I am very happy to welcome you to the 5th exhibition INNOPROM Central Asia. And first of all, I would like to thank our Uzbek colleagues for very warm welcome, for organizing this event, and for that attention which has been given to all of us. Not only to our bilateral relations, but also, as it was mentioned earlier, we have heads of delegations from many countries, from the Eurasian Economic Union, from the CIS, and from other countries, our partners. Today, for the first time, we are here in the modern exhibition complex. This is KAIX exhibition site, and this platform positions itself as the business bridge to the Central Asia, and this reflects the key mission of INNOPROM, that is to unite industrial people and businessmen from all over the world. As it concerns for Russia, we pay particular priority attention to development of partnership with our partners from everywhere, and we try to turn from simple import-export transactions to the deep technological cooperation. For that, we implement many bilateral strategic projects, programs, and many documents are being drafted aimed at expansion of cooperation in all key areas. Today, the Russian companies are widely represented here in Central Asia, and their share in the total number of foreign companies operating in Uzbekistan is around 20%. In Kyrgyzstan, more than 30%, and in Kazakhstan, they represent more than 40%, and the total volume of Russian investments to the economy of the countries and the regions exceeded 760 billion rubles. That is around 10 billion US dollars. And this helps to increase our pipeline project portfolio in the area of agricultural machinery, pharmaceuticals, chemical industry, metallurgy, and many other sectors of the economy. Within the framework of this activity, we develop new competency. We also implement modern technologies, and this strengthens the competitive ability of our companies. Another important element of development for the industrial infrastructure is our joint industrial park format of operations. We have the industrial park in Cherchik and in Jizak regions of Uzbekistan with more than 30 companies, residents of the parks from different countries. 2 more projects are planned in Navai and in Bukhara regions, and they will be launched before the end of this year. The same initiative is going to be launched in Dushanbe, in Tajikistan, with our partners. Regardless the current and quite high level of cooperation, we still see very high potential for further activities. We may expand the horizons of our cooperation moreover, and this concerns particularly green economy, which is persistent in all the national development strategies. The Russian companies are ready to continue their work in experience exchange and also adoption of new technologies, and we are ready to participate in development of solar and wind power stations. These projects are already in progress in different countries of the region. We also propose to jointly strengthen the food security of the region, primarily by providing non-stop operation of hydro and water management structures and facilities. We have high competency in this area, the same as in many other infrastructure solutions. We also are ready to go for complex projects, and we can play the role of the EPC contractors. So, involvement of local contractors and Russian retailers contribute to further expansion of our cooperation. We have many retail companies presented here in Central Asia. They are Wildberries and Ozone. Having the mass coverage of the consumers, they promote the growth of micro and small businesses in the countries where they're present. Many promising areas of our cooperation are being consolidated around the national projects under their technological leadership of Russia. We started these projects in our country this year, and we pay the particular attention and focus on sovereignty, on different production means, including active solutions and industrial robotic solutions. Robotization, the same concerns all types of transport, also using alternative fuel and automated transport. We pay particular focus on development of new materials and chemical substances. Also, improvement of various technologies for health sector, for energy, for agriculture, as well as expansion of satellite services. All these spheres of competence may be in good demand for dynamic social and economic development of the states in Central Asia. Therefore, I would propose right now to start developing our cooperation further on in order to synchronize our technological status and rise it up. It's important that we are moving in the same direction in terms of our technological agenda, and this is a very good foundation for further development of our mutually beneficial and equal dialogue. I do believe and look forward to seeing that INNOPROM would develop the soil for future projects and prospecting initiatives. I would wish to all participants and guests of the exhibition very productive work, useful discussions, success, and wish you all the best and good luck. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much, Mr. Manturov. And now I would like to invite the host of our event, Mr. Jamshid Khodjaev, Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Uzbekistan. Please. Dear Mr. Manturov, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, friends, it's been a great honor for me to welcome all participants of the anniversary 5th International Industrial Exhibition INNOPROM Central Asia here in the sunny Tashkent. Welcome to Uzbekistan. This format has been a very good tradition. Annually, we gather our reliable friends here and also find new friends. I'm very happy to mention that from year to year, the scale of the exhibition is growing up. We have products presented and manufactured by more than 500 manufacturers and exhibitors. We expect more than 10,000 visitors, not only from Central Asia, but from many other countries. This year, we organized this exhibition in a very symbolical place, which launches development of not only new Uzbekistan, but the entire region of the Central Asia. And it's known that the Central Asian region has always been the bridge between the East and the West, and it plays the key role on the Silk Road. And we continue this mission as well. And we see new promising, very skillful horizons for our cooperation. By the end of 2024, the trade turnover of Uzbekistan and Russia and with the countries of Central Asia achieved to $20 billion. We have more than 5,000 companies with a share of capital from those countries. And here in different spheres of the economy, we implement more than 650 joint projects with a total amount of $67 billion. Dear participants, despite of such high level of cooperation, we still appreciate that it is not enough. It is far from being the limit. Therefore, we organize such events like this. The key objective of the Industrial Week is to identify the new growth points to maximize the existing potential, to get through to very high and very promising business initiatives. By discussing today with you, I would like to mention the key cooperation areas which could become one of the most important and powerful drivers in the region. Number one, Uzbekistan and the Central Asian region as a whole has the tremendous raw material base of important minerals and critical raw materials, development of cooperation in the area of exploration, production and processing of rare minerals, and also continuation of our activities in green production is of great interest for us. We invite the companies which are interested in this area to develop new strategic projects in this area. Number two, we have great potential in the area of agro-industrial complex and agriculture, where we could efficiently complement each other. Uzbekistan implements international standards in food industry very actively in order to improve its competitiveness at the global market. As one of the results of our active cooperation and of our business circles involvement, we expect development of new agro-industrial clusters, warehouses, and also processing capacities, implementation of breeding programs. Number three, the sphere of innovations is also very promising. IT, industrial technologies, etc. We invite the interested companies to develop partnership between IT companies of our countries to strengthen cooperation in the sphere of digitalization in different economics, including mass media and communications. We see great opportunities for cooperation with such participants of the company like Informtech, Trans, Craftway, Models, Vision Labs, and Malinum Systems, Tsuga, and many other companies. Besides industrial cooperation projects, we believe that one of the priority areas is development of transport infrastructure, and this would enable to increase the cargo transportation and improve logistics attractiveness of the region. We continue our efforts for development of our trade and cooperation ties between our countries, and we pay very particular attention to implementation of joint projects in the sphere of machine engineering and equipment engineering, mining, agricultural industry, implementation of innovative technologies. And it's important to develop industrial parks in this area according to the high-tech process standards, including in different regions of the country. Dear colleagues, I'm pretty sure by saying that Uzbek companies are ready for cooperation in the sphere of resources, in technologies, implementation of joint projects in our country, and entering the markets of the third countries. We kindly urge all participants to be productive in their activities and to create another impetus in strengthening mutual cooperation and mutually beneficial projects. I wish you all success, and once again, welcome to Uzbekistan, and thank you for your attention. Thank you very much, Mr. Khodjaev. And now I would like to ask all participants of this INNOPROM to welcome the heads of foreign delegations. And we appreciate the visit of each of you, but we particularly would like to express our appreciation to the heads of ministries who arrived to INNOPROM Tashkent this year. We have many of them, and I would like to welcome the First Deputy Prime Minister of Tajikistan, Mr. Hakim Khalilzada. We have Mr. Kyar Parsigyan, head of Eurasian Commission, Choro Seidov, First Deputy Minister of Economy and Committee of the Kyrgyz Republic, Ravnak Abdullayev, Deputy Minister of Economy, Republic of Azerbaijan, Resul Muradov, Deputy Minister of Industry and Construction of Turkmenistan, and Mr. Zahid Akhmatullah, Deputy Minister of Industry and Foreign Trade of Afghanistan. I would like to invite our speakers of our main plenary session, Ms. Svetlana Chusheva, Director General, Agency for Strategic Initiatives, Mr. Ilyas Rahimov, Deputy Chairman of the Association Uzbekistan Stroymaterialy, Mr. Yuri Kazarenko, Director General, Transport of the Future Company. We have some replacement. Instead of Mr. Temirov, Mr. Kurbanov, Deputy Chairman of the Board, INNOPROM. And we expect another participant to come, but you know that INNOPROM is about negotiations. Therefore, many leaders would like to go for B2B sessions, and we are very happy that as a result of INNOPROM visits, we come to multi-billion contracts to be signed. One of the specifics of this is that we have a certain political situation around Russian companies. We cannot always state about our success, and INNOPROM is the exhibition which has the results as the priority goal of our exhibition. It grows up and it's been expanded this year, and after 3 days we are going to summarize the achievements of the exhibition. I hope they would be very promising and positive.
So now we're going to start. I'm sorry, okay. Alexander Sayevich, Director General of MSP Corporation. Alexander, I'm sorry. We have one more guest who is here for the first time, Deputy Director of the Agency on Development of Export of Saudi Arabia, Mr. Yasser Al-Sabali. Yuri, my first question to you, if I may. With the development of artificial intelligence, let's speak about the transportation of the future and about our expectations from creating of a new field, let's say on Turkey. Dear colleagues, Jamshid Denis Valentinovich, dear friends. So, let me first of all speak about our company, and then we will speak about the role of Russian Federation in Uzbekistan. Transportation of Future is a young company. We have been established 3 years ago, but we are not a startup because we have more than 150 employees, and our revenue is about $500 million, and our investment plan in the next 3 years is $3 billion, and our target for the next 5 years to have more than 3 trillion rubles and more than $120 billion. So where we are today, and this is important. So what is unmanned BPLs, for example? It was created more than 5 million systems, and we have made transportation, for example, by Zipline company. It was a startup in California and in China. This year and next year there will be robotics that will be functioning in different industrial areas, and we need to understand that these robots and drones, artificial intelligence, they are growing in many industries, and there is a question that is raising where we are in this sphere. And in Russian Federation, for example, in development of UAVs, we are implementing national project, and with help of Denis Valentinovich, with support of Russian Federation, we are going to manufacture about 10,000 heavy drones, more than millions of light drones, and we will make a localization by 90%. And we already have our electrical engines, do lithium accumulator battery, and in industrial area we are creating cooperation and supply chain. And the questions that have been raised by Russian Federation and Denis Valentinovich, we'd like to raise it to everyone. What we are speaking about today, we can work and provide technological sovereignty, or we are going to provide technological leadership. And the task is set by the Russian Federation, and the work that we are doing with the government of Uzbekistan, it is our next level. It's the next stage of development of technologies, of UAVs, robotics, and artificial intelligence. So I can tell you about future transportation in Uzbekistan. So for today, it is several components. First, it's a cooperation in production of drones and localization, and we are thinking of our contribution. We have analyzed the market from the perspective of growing population, agricultural fields, borders, cargo, and working with the Agency of Strategic Development, we understand that we can effectively operate for more than 10,000 drones, and joint enterprise that we are planning to establish in the next 2 years will produce products for more than $100 million, and this is only 50% of localized product in Uzbekistan. So I'm speaking about manufacturing and use of drones. In order to use drones, we need to create a complex block of works that we are doing together with Rosaviation and ministries that is presented in the Republic. We need to create infrastructure and use drones to function in a safe manner. We are also working with our colleagues, and I'm happy to say that even within this week business trip, we can learn a lot from the Republic of Uzbekistan. And today we were speaking about with President to create a scientific council on drone systems, aviation systems, and in Russian Federation we are using UAVs and marine systems, and create a scientific council where we will not only create localization for our market and speak about the future. And we need to consider not only development of the technological leadership, but new approaches to the education. And yesterday we founded in Tashkent first training class where we invited school children from higher educations as well, and to show them new approaches. And there we will use drones and virtual reality simulators and other types of, because we are speaking not about new type of education and high-level education where every business understands why it allocates a lot of funds, because it's a new human potential, and we are providing to the Republic of Uzbekistan, and we are speaking about joint implementation where the Russian Federation not only will share the technologies, but it will receive the technologies. And in the Republic of Uzbekistan we have agreements with more than 100 enterprises from all over the world, so we will create a universal platform, because there are a lot of countries that will work and contribute to our development of Russia and Uzbekistan. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Kurbanov. He is from Uzbekistan, and my question to you in chemical industry, because it is one of the leading in innovation in production of new materials, and it was mentioned today, and the Uzbek companies here, one of the leading companies. And my second question to you, what role is playing by INNOPROM and what cooperation it has with international companies, including Russian companies. Thank you very much for your questions. Indeed, chemical industry is one of the most important areas, because everything which is surrounding us in some way is a part of chemical industry, including our clothes and chemistry. You know, if we can compare it with what happened 50 years ago, it's really growing, and no one could imagine that 50, 60 years ago we would achieve such levels of high rates in energy, in chemical production, and in many other spheres that are integral part of our life. And when we speak about innovations, we should, for today, as a chemical industry, we are one of global leaders in introducing innovations, because day by day new innovative solutions are being introduced in industry. And and by this we can create new materials in polymers, composites, and as it was mentioned by my colleague, even drones used are being manufactured with chemical components. And today in Uzbekistan, since Uzbekistan is growing very actively, we are developing towards the global trends, and we started to manufacture biodiverse polymers that we will use in the packing field, and we are using with biofertilizers that will make it possible for us to increase our food security. And by this, before maybe we missed our chance, but anyway our government is actively supporting us and supporting young experts, young generations who will work in chemical industry. One of such examples, we are creating chemical cluster, a training cluster, where we will educate new young talents, and this is a scientific cluster that we will have, and we will provide nanotechnology trainings and biochemical materials that will be of high need in our life. And I should like to also stress that as a representative of chemical industry, we understand that key driver will be innovative development of chemical technologies. That's why we are trying to localize many products in chemical industry. For example, we have started to cooperate with Sibur company, and this is a scientific manufacturing of polymer composites that will be used in irrigation. We have created the working group, and it includes our scientists, our talented young experts who share experience with Russian scientific companies. And I should like to highlight that more than 30 students are in Korea, and they're working in being trained in different labs, and we are working with private companies to manufacture innovative solutions that are supporting us to make export of our technologies to our neighboring countries and Germany and Poland, and our polymer construction that we also use in energy area, and our special materials that have and our scientists developed these polymer materials that we are exporting to the Southeast Asia and Europe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Kurbanov. Since we started to speak about international cooperation, my comment is to you, Arshotna. First of all, thank you very much that you are here with us in Tashkent, and we will probably ask you to join us each year and speak about the dynamics of relations between Uzbekistan and other countries. So what has happened within this year? What is the dynamic of our trade and economic relations? Thank you very much, Denis Valentinovich, dear Jamshid Abduhakimovich. First of all, I would like to welcome all the participants, all the guests, and thank you for your hospitality. So it's not a secret that Uzbekistan is a major partner for many countries and of our European Economic Union, and we achieved in our trade we achieved about $13 billion. But in today's multipolar world, we can state that European Economic Union, that includes 5 countries, is of great benefits, and it helps to grow our economies. And besides our internal economy, we increase the network of economic partners, including observers from international countries. And Iran also became an observer. It has such a status, but we are sure to say that Uzbekistan is very active and in creation of integration of this union, and we are welcoming all the initiatives from the government of Uzbekistan, from the president, distinguished Mr. Mirziyoyev. I'm speaking about digital transportation, e-commerce, and industrial and agricultural sector. And within our union, we have launched a new mechanism on financing cooperational projects, and we can underline that this mechanism is approved. We have approved the first project on agricultural and road building sphere, and now we are working on the extension of this sector and include transportation, food recycling, and development of the infrastructure. I know that in Uzbekistan there is a great potential. We have started relevant works as observers to actively promote our cooperation in this area. And I should like to note that Uzbekistan is our major trade partner, and on the behalf of the European Commission, Euro-Asian Commission, we are open to more active interaction. It's very important to continue our cooperation and to achieve real results for the well-being of our population and businesses. So I would like to invite all the businesses to work with us very actively, and we will continue to promote initiatives. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So now my question is to our southern part, and we are very happy that we have Yasser Al-Bali, who is from Export Promotion Agency.
Because your country, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, will be the partner country of INNOPROM this year in Yekaterinburg. And my question to you, why this region, Central Asia, is interesting to the Saudi business? Mr. Yasser.
Thank you very much for the question, and thank you very much for hosting me. Actually, Central Asia and Uzbekistan in particular is a very important market for Saudi companies and the region. The region is a rising economy and offer untapped opportunities for Saudi companies. So this is one of the reasons of that Uzbekistan is very important. So in the 2030 vision for Saudi economy, as part of it is creating diversity. And Saudi companies and Saudi factories is famous for excellence. And the Uzbek market is offering this opportunity for Saudi companies to get in the market. First of all, it will get them engaged in a new market, not tapped for them. Very dynamic market, rising economy, good opportunity to get in the next markets that next to Uzbekistan. This is one of the most important reasons why I think the Uzbek market is very important for Saudi companies.
Thank you, Mr. Yasser. Светлана Витальевна, хотел бы к вам обратиться. Во-первых, спасибо.
Svetlana Vitalyevna, my question to you. First of all, thank you very much that you are here with us. And those who doesn't know that within the business program, industrial tourism that is being supported by the Russian Federation, but sometimes we have controversial reaction from businesses, but in INNOPROM we don't have this. Some businesses, they attend different forums just in order to see the world. They are just like a tourist. So let's speak about industrial tourism that is being promoted by the Russian Federation, and what other initiatives and agencies would be of interest in Uzbekistan. Svetlana Chupseva, AC. Dear friends, dear colleagues, first of all, I would like to congratulate our INNOPROM exhibition platform, and I'm very happy to hear real projects that are being launched in our countries and that were created here within this business platform. And before starting and speaking about industrial tourism, I would like to speak about on several topics that are of high importance for any industrial project, for cooperation in the industrial sector and agency of strategic initiatives. As a project office from the Russian government is dealing with the development of this sphere. First of all, I'm speaking about investment climate, creating a favorable jurisdiction for investors in our country. And here we have great results because, of course, when you launch any investment activity, launch a facility, investor is interested in terms of commissioning on workplaces, and within the national model in our country we have created works on federal and regional levels. And when we have standardized all the procedures of access to the infrastructure and for having the grids, gas, water systems, and having necessary support and having one service for all the investment projects, we have been implementing many projects in the Russian Federation.
It's natural we also have different industrial platforms and parks, technoparks, which are also providing very good opportunity to launch any project, including the industrial project. The key monitoring instrument is the investment rating of their Russian companies implemented by IC. It is built on feedback from investors to businessmen, and it provides us the opportunity for continuous improvements with all related to investment project support. So such a format, such a model is available, and we are ready to share it with the partners and friends. And here the cooperation in this area will help us build in very favorable measures for facilitating our joint projects. The second, the colleagues mentioned already about it, is about technologies. And the advanced technologies are the key instruments for building up the integration in the industry. The Agency for Strategic Initiatives has developed the model of technological sovereignty of a country, and this relates to energy, security, to sovereignty in terms of critical technologies and leadership. This model was presented to the President of Russian Federation, also to the President of Uzbekistan, and also to the President of Belarus. And this model is being implemented in the area of drone manufacturing, and Mr. Kazarenko mentioned the CEO of Transport of the Future company he presented. We have the same story in energy system and in biotechnologies, and we're ready to cooperate with our partners in open source format when we don't impose our standards, but we are ready to develop the models which would be operational using the sovereignty of ownership of that country where it is implemented. Another area is human resources, and professional cadre is the key and important element of our activities. We start training from schools to the continuous professional education and training of those who are working in the industrial enterprises. Last year, we actually launched together with the Agency for Strategic Reforms of Uzbekistan and the Ministry of Education of Uzbekistan. We opened in Technopolis. This is the Excellence Center of Competence for training professionals for industrial companies, starting with their professional orientation from schools, from colleges, and we also involved the companies into these activities. So I would kindly invite all the interested to participate in our Championship of High Technologies, which is being implemented by the Ministry of Industry of Russia. It's annually being organized in Yekaterinburg in Sverdlovsk region, where high-tech companies compete with each other in the area of high-tech competences like robotics, automation, artificial intelligence, etc. This helps us to continuously update the models and profiles of our competence in the area of the most required skills, and also to find talents, to develop the system of mentorship and motivations. We would be very happy to continue working with you jointly, and we believe that this is one of the key challenges today, which helps us to ensure leadership and competitiveness in our country. Number 4 is creative industry. It's about added value in the industry. For us, it is important to add up the share of creative industries up to 6% of our GDP. And together with the Ministry of Industry, we developed the roadmap on industrial design and engineering, and we see here great opportunities for additional value for our companies. And we believe that competitiveness of our companies will grow up thanks to it. It includes fashion, design, jewelers, all this which could be today another points for growth of the economics and also for the entire country economy, specifically cultural code, design, authenticity, rethinking of our cultural heritage. And Russia has a particular program on developing the creative industries. And together with our colleagues from Uzbekistan, we have some joint projects in progress. And we do believe that new projects will come more and more in this particular area. And coming back to the industrial tourism, it's a valid story, you know. We find very good economic effect of developing the industrial tourism. Then initially, many managers of many companies were quite skeptic regarding the idea of opening industrial companies for tourists. Today, this is another driver for professional orientation, loyalty of citizens. And also, you know, it's a good driver for engaging new skills and talents through industrial tourism by visiting different industrial companies. We have 2,000 industrial companies which opened the doors of their industries for industrial tourism. We have already got 2 million tourists, Russian Federation tourists, and also from other countries. They visited the industrial enterprises, they learned the processes. I really appreciate Mr. Manturov's support. Without his involvement, this project wouldn't ever be possible. Today we have 82 provinces in Russia, and the company is starting from Sayano-Shushenskaya hydropower plant, which is the most powerful in the world. And today it is open for tourists. Also Magnitogorsk metallurgical plant and high-tech industries where the tourists go to visit, and also the people living around are happy to visit their enterprises, and they see the culture of production, environmental standards which they follow at different industrial enterprises. Also today the companies can gain money from tourists, and also they can orient young specialists who, after visiting an industry, may choose another profession, a new area for education in the specialties related to industrial production. We're very happy to see people who think alike, and recently the President of Russia was presented our joint product with Belarus, 1,000 plants and facilities in 2 countries, and they have joint routes through the companies which have traditional historical links. And it's very happy story, you know, when here in Uzbekistan and in Kazakhstan, in Kyrgyz Republic, in Armenia, we also will try to develop the industrial tourism, and we'll be happy to cooperate in these areas. Thank you very much. Svetlana, was it difficult to break the ice and to urge the companies to open their doors to tourists? I don't think that Mr. Manturov called every plant and facility to open their doors for tourists. We had a very interesting meeting in Kemerovo with the heads of plants and mines. When we presented this program of the industrial tourism, you know, many directors and managers, they were very skeptical. And they say, what about safety? They will prevent the process, they will mix up the processes, the lines. And we said, let it be students from universities and from Moscow, and we'll meet each other after 1 month, and the young students will tell you about your companies. After 1 month, the students, after visiting the industries, they presented to the same directors the process and cycles, family dynastics, and the heroes and the hero stories, you know, success stories, facts. And so the directors, they said, look, we now would be with you. And we've got very powerful support from the Ministry of Industry. And you know, it's just a simple way to open the door and go for the tour. No, it's a great methodology. It's the best practices and safety measures, of course. And this is very new technologies, new programs, and this should be very interesting for the visitors and safe. And they can see the culture, and the directors they see now will look at our culture of production from different angle of view. Everything should be clean, everything should be in order, and you know, safe. And this also creates the internal culture of an enterprise which tries to look better in the eyes of the tourists. It's a new movement actually now. Now we have the queues of companies which want to get into this program. What about Uzbek companies? Did they react well on your initiative? Yes, we have excellent partners. We have the Agency for Strategic Reforms and the government of Uzbekistan. And we really see here the huge interest of different heads of companies and managers who support these programs. They wish them to be open, and some other routes would be developed for Russian tourists, and Uzbek tourists will visit Russian industries and find new industrial routes and would have another look, a new view on industrial production. On the left of you, we have Mr. Kurbanov, Uz Chemical Association. Would you open your doors to your chemical companies? You know, we have this program already in place, but we invite our students mostly who are the students of our chemical universities, but we've never received tourists from abroad. I'm very happy that you are next to Svetlana, and by the end of the session you'll become more loyal to the visitors who would come from elsewhere. Now I give the floor to Mr. Alexander Isayevich, head of MSP Corporation, and thank you for being with us. Here in INNOPROM we try to support small businesses as much as we can, and some bigger companies, they have their opportunity to directly talk to heads of states even, but we believe that the small businesses, they should be more flexible, more adaptable to the new environment, and of course they are missing the access opportunities to infrastructure. Am I right by saying this? What is enough, what is not enough for Russian small and medium enterprises in Uzbek market? Would you complain on anything, or would you boast with your successes, Alexander? Thank you very much for your question. We never complain. The medium business, as you know, knows how to adjust and get adapted to any tasks. And traditionally, people believe that SMEs deal with trade only. Not at all. More than 50% of GDP it belongs to SMEs. It's a great half of the jobs are opened in SMEs, and we work together with Uzbekistan in our financial floor area, because the government of Russia allocates lots of funds and efforts to ensure the support to be targeted, to go for real economy and deliver the appropriate product. And also we see the request from the colleagues from Uzbekistan who started to go for guarantee support to standardization, and they would like to have our feedback. We've been working for 1.5 years with our Uzbek colleagues on the integration of our information system MSP.RF, which integrates all government support measures and the regional subsidies and support. And having replied to the requests of the businessmen from the regions, we established the industrial cooperation links with the support from the big industrial companies to the small companies. Over this 1.5 years, we developed more than 120 complex projects. We piloted several of them with our colleagues from Uzbekistan. Just recently, we accomplished integration of 2 state information systems, and now the businessmen from Russia have access to the requests and proposals from Uzbekistan, and Uzbek companies, they have access to the Russian partners. And now we work together with the Ministry of Economic Development, Ministry of Poverty and Labor and Employment of Uzbekistan. We have done a great job. We developed the cooperation with the Russian industrial companies very intensively. One area is about sales of agricultural products. You know, this integration allows the companies from Uzbekistan to apply and to get into the big Russian chains. And we see the demand is very high. We'll continue the work which we do by our Commission on Industrial Cooperation, and the second part is about financial flows, which are being aggregated by our corporation with the Ministry of Industry. We have a program of machine engineering, small process companies. We have privileged industrial leasing opportunities. Also, the partners from the CIS and Central Asia, they have their own financial products. This is the openness, and the exchange of these products is very useful to have the transactions to be done very quickly, and then having the appropriate support will bring up these transactions to the full-fledged industrial cooperation. Thank you, Alexander. We have Ilyas Rahimov, Deputy Chairman of Association Uzprom Stroymaterialy. The construction sector of Uzbekistan is one of the priorities for the industrial policy, and so each of us can find lots of companies, participants of the exhibition. And I would like to ask you about the modern technologies. Are they demanded in the modern Uzbekistan? Is the cooperation with foreign partners important for your association? Good afternoon, dear participants of the forum. I would like to express our sincere appreciation for your participation in this event. Uzprom Stroymaterialy, this is the Construction Materials Association of Companies. We provide support to our members in the area of capturing new products, and we closely work with the foreign companies as well, and we mobilize in the best and advanced technologies. We received more than 15 billion USD investments over the recent years, and more than $9 billion are the direct foreign investments. We have more than 350 investment projects in progress for the total amount of $3.5 billion. We have today representatives of our big companies which produce construction materials. I also see that negotiations have started already, and this will help us to find new growth points and to open new horizons for mutually beneficial cooperation. Thank you. Thank you, dear friends. With your permission, here in INNOPROM, many things are free of charge, but I would like to ask the free advice from our heads, Mr. Manturov, Mr. Khodjaev. We are 5 years old. Where should we develop further? To the height, to the width? What shall we do further? Thank you for this question. We started INNOPROM first in Yekaterinburg, and then it started to be translated to other regions and the countries. And I believe that this market is now, this event is now fixed in Uzbekistan as one of the key industrial activity. And I believe that Mr. Khodjaev would support my words. I believe this is a very good platform, and I have already mentioned today that this should be used for cooperation, not only in bilateral format, but also having the multilateral format. Here, there shouldn't be representatives of only 2 countries, but many. And as I say, Eurasian economic space is open. And for the first time, we have Saudi Arabia participating in this event. We have colleagues from Afghanistan here with us, from Kazakhstan, Armenia, Kyrgyz Republic, Tajikistan, Azerbaijan, and many other countries. They have been here before. And I believe that we need to find new growth points which would give us appropriate solutions to satisfy industrial interests of many players. because without additional and complementary markets, we wouldn't be able to discuss about our prospects. Even though, as we discussed it about very fastly growing Uzbek market, those companies which come to here from other countries, they deal with production mostly and sales of their products, considering this market. Without appropriate expansion of logistics, then naturally we wouldn't go for the opportunities to ensure prompt supply of components, aggregates, raw materials, and joint production of certain products.
That's why I would like to recommend you and to advise you. You can be more active here in INNOPROM and find new points of activities, new projects and new solutions. And as representatives of different countries that are developing its industry, thank you very much. We will be working and increase our first line here. Jamshid Duhakimovich, the floor is yours. Indeed, Denis Valentinovich, that's true, and indeed I see a lot of colleagues here. I see many stands from Kazakhstan, many companies from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and I hope that next year all representatives from CIS will be here, present their companies, and I would like to wish you the host of INNOPROM, because I think that even today's platform, this area will be, this space will be too small for us, and when we attract all the partners, our INNOPROM will indeed display this industrial potential. And as Denis Valentinovich mentioned, I would wish our INNOPROM, first of all, to have more days so all entrepreneurs could understand, feel and find cooperation partners. And I would like to wish INNOPROM to have follow-ups, and so digital solutions, not just it should be more than one time a year, once a year, because it's too long for us to wait for the next year, and just to have create such a platform that could attract partners here to Tashkent. Thank you very much, Jamshid Abduhakimovich. Thank you very much to your colleagues, our friends from Ministries of Investment in Industry and Trade of the Republic of Uzbekistan, and we had been preparing for many days, and it's like a preparation for the wedding ceremony, and you have to do a lot, but you have great results. So our work in INNOPROM here, we will have new sessions. We will have sessions in Samarkand and Bukhara halls. We are working here on the first floor, and the second floor we are going to have sessions on food security, Euro integration. We'll have a meeting of Russian and Uzbek Business Council. We'll have many events here, and I would like to ask all of you to applaud all the speakers of our session, our leaders who are with us, and all the participants, and wish you. And I believe that this figure 5 will be number of success for us. Thank you.
Дима,